Good evening, viewers and non-viewers. I'm going to be doing a little bit of prep for my Extinction Curse campaign, which will involve reading a PDF, taking notes, and messing with Foundry. There will be spoilers of the most extreme nature for Extinction Curse in general, and especially for my Extinction Curse campaign, which has homebrew elements. And why isn't Puppet String doing anything? Dear Puppet String. Asleep? Camera. There we go. Hello. As usual, my model is garbage, and I'll be fixing it eventually. Where are we at? Where we're at is I very much need to do near-term prep for Chapter 3 of Book 4, and then I need very much to start into Book 5 and Book 6 so that I can plan major homebrew elements. For those who don't know, Extinction Curse it's okay. There's some points where it is just not very exciting. There are some plot threads that are dropped. Some GMs, including me, who are trying to run it, have made alterations. I, in particular, chose to continue the Madame Dusklight and Circus plot by having Madame Dusklight literally just teleport out of there. Well, having her circus teleport out, rather, with the aid of some angels. It's a long story. So that she can reappear. She didn't directly reappear until, book 4. Well, she didn't even indirectly reappear until book 4 as the owner of Fortune's Hall, the new owner of Fortune's Hall, which obviously wouldn't make any sense if she'd been, imprisoned or killed months ago. Could still be a plot point, but. And in particular, I have to sort out some details of encountering Mistress Dusklight's circus again, and maybe Mistress Dusklight has an Aeon Orb. I don't know. So near term, I have got to take some minor notes, and prepare Foundry stuff. Book 4, Chapter 3. My players just finished Book 3. Well, more or less finished. I convinced them to walk away from the Quellant, and they decided to, they made some good rolls not to fight the Shining Children, which I allowed because, frankly, I wanted to be done with that chapter. And they received a plot hook for some interesting custom gear that I might work on today. Chapter 3, Breaking the Siege. The army encamped near the Tower of Empty Stones has continued to make encamped by the tower. I mean, I sort of knew that, but of course they're surrounding the town now. Begins in earnest the day after the heroes emerge from the sea caves. Could be. I feel like I'm just typing out one sentence per sentence of this PDF. I've got to stop that at some point. Passage both by land and sea is blocked, cutting the town off. I think my players have other ideas that they're going to undo the sea blockade and try to summon the Navy stationed at Escadar, which is a perfectly reasonable idea. I might let them do that. I don't know that they're going to get a lot of CGI for that. Mm. I might give them a more interesting fight than the one in the book. My party is, um, like many of my campaigns have been, free archetype, ancestry paragon, and allowed a certain small amount of homebrew as minor buffs to weaker options. Farmers, everyone who has fallen back into the town are presumed dead. The inn and the boarding house are packed. Pension, hospital and Erastil, hospital and temple. I declared that the Temple of Erastil, the top floor of it, was the sort of the center of operations and last line of defense. Okay, so Tritala Frint and Gelra shows, or I'm assuming that's hospital. I haven't read the Willow Site chapter properly. Shows, or I don't know if there's a picture. I'd have to look for one. Um, Mayor brings in Lederick to apologize for being rude. Could be. Okay. And the summary of the sightings, which are basically hooks for the players. Passage, I'm gonna call these hook sightings. I I gotta find a way to start moving these notes over to org mode. It's possible to sort of convert them using Pandoc, but I would want to go in and strip out a lot of the unnecessary formatting and figure out how to convert my spaces to probably org mode bullets. Verdant Passage. What is the Verdant Passage? Is that the road east? Uh, it did a really ridiculous scene where The Zolgaths were assembling the blockade, and the heroes were just allowed to pass because, hey, the Zolgaths wanted them inside the city, not outside. Yeah, what is it? A fight? I don't know. Ear road disappearances. Oh, more stuff over there, huh? The road to the pier has been dangerous. Rumors, strange disappearances. Tracks simply end. The hunter seems to be the latest person to simply disappear. You could give me. I'm dear book. I'm not the player. I need to know what's happening. Uh, I'm gonna. I'm gonna. Gonna go forward and find out. Come on. Come on. Oh, there we go. Okay, defense points. I'm not really worrying about defense points. Maybe I'll take some time later to try to figure out what the book wants out of defense points. Um, the Vanish Man, a malicious killer, a faceless butcher, literally faceless? Gristar and Vrick. Ooh, I didn't introduce Gristar and Vrick. There's a player connected character. Oh, I don't want to kill that guy. The players will be mad. Well, the characters will be mad. I don't know if the players will be mad. They might be a little put out. The Vanish Man. You gonna literally give me no image for this guy? I'm Faceless Butcher. Okay, this is a Is this a monster? Humanoid horror's head bears grim holes where their eyes should be a little else. It's literally called a Faceless Butcher. What is it, though? Okay, but what is it, though? Humanoid horror, faceless butcher, uncommon, medium, humanoid. Um, Faceless butcher. I'm not sure I care. I'm not sure I care about. I mean, they haven't even explained what this thing is. Yeah, it's kind of it's kind of like a big weird fae. Could be a demon. Spoilers for my campaign. I may well. I'm planning to probably have Zoarians later, and so maybe this could be tied to that instead. This could be a first sign of the Zoarians. I thought Zoarians were Kleepoths. Uh-oh. Are they not? Why did I think they were Kleepoths? Am I thinking of a Sithnagot? Oh, I'm gonna look through all of them and make sure I'm not just thinking of a different Kleepoth. That messes with a lot of things I was going to do. Well, I'm glad I'm finding it now, but I'm very annoyed. Happily, I haven't started running any of the Kleepoth hints or anything. How did I get the idea that Zoarians were Kleepoths? Uh, okay, I've got to think about difficult things. Um, that wasn't critical, but it was an interesting point. I gotta figure out. I do want to invoke some kind of Kleepoth. Uh, hi. Um, hi, Writer's Block TV. Um, Foundry. if that's what you're asking. The VTT is Foundry. Sorry, I didn't respond to you for like half an hour or whatever. I'm trying to figure out how to unbreak my campaign now. Nothing's really broken. I just had an idea, and now it's broken because I thought Zoarians were Kleepoths. I could just declare that they're Kleepoths. I mean, how many of my players are going to know the difference? But meanwhile, Faceless Butcher. Well, that means I gotta have at least a better plan than that for the Faceless Butcher. I just don't. What even is the Faceless Butcher? Hey, JD. Does this have any more information? Oh, I gotta start keeping pages again. I'd go crazy if I don't have page numbers in my notes. Um, 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 um. Yeah, all this text is on AON. It just doesn't say what kind of thing this is. It's like, where does it come from? What is it? How does it work? There are no traits, there's no nothing. They just forgot. Like, is it a, no idea. Yeah, like, if they couldn't be bothered to decide what kind of thing it is, I'm not sure I want it as a plot point. Uh, Maybe I just take out the Pierre Road. That's just not. They probably did have some idea of what kind of thing that was. They just forgot to tell us, the players. Dinosaur corrals. My players love the dinosaurs. They have a cavalcade of dinosaurs. At this point, it's starting to stretch believability that it can actually fit on ships because they have, huge and gargantuan dinosaurs. I may at some point declare that they have high travel costs, or they're going to be stuck on Kortos for a while. Um, uh, Dinosaur corrals, sabotaging. Okay, sounds good. Fiend enclosure. What are we doing there? Look like strange creatures that look like demonic versions of dinosaurs and Zolgaths. More different dinos and Zolgaths. I'm assuming this is fight related. Gug huts. Weird stuff. Uh, Gug slaves. Um, y- are they not going to tell me more about this? Okay. Anyway, um, might well be more to that. I don't know what. No, my characters, my players often don't even have problems with demons, so they're likely to like whatever a Gug is. Main encampment sounds like important. But huge siege tower incomplete. What, badoop, badoop, badoop. I'm assuming this is like fights and stuff. I guess I'll get to it. Seriously, why did I think Zolarians were Kleepoths? I swear I read that, and I've been planning things for months. At least a month. Defense points. Okay. I'll put defense points in quotes here. And this is more going to just be possible plot points. So they think a DC 32, 2 hours DC 32, something like that, to end up learning about the hotspot. Strike forces, okay. Um, they liked the Tyrannosauruses. I don't think they've been able to capture one for the circus yet, so... low. Low 14. Do I want to give them low combats? How many? Um, What would it take to convert this from hard to easy? Or wow, too many words. From low to at least moderate. Because low is low. Oh, and they're gonna retreat? Like, what's the point? One of the minor lessons I've learned is going into initiative and coming out of initiative takes just a lot of wall time. We have two 11s, two 10s, and a 10 versus level 14s. Um, let's see if they're in here. They probably are. Two 11s, two 10s, and a 10. Gut Rager. I don't completely remember Gut Ragers. It's alright. Page 44. We're gonna jump to page 5. Okay, I'm not. Oh, I think they managed to skip by these, so this would be a perfectly good one to do. Tyrannosaurs, a new sort of enemy that explodes. $60, which is just low. What would. Okay. Another Tyrannosaur and another Rough Rider would make it. No, if anything, I should add the stupid Gut Ragers because those are the things they haven't seen before. I mean, they eat. No, but I don't want. Okay, the Tyrannosauruses will be ridden and commanded, I guess. So how about two elite Gut Ragers? What does that put you? Maybe three elite Gut Ragers? That puts it at 95. Yeah, 95 seems reasonable. Okay. And so, what map is this going to be on? Time to actually look at Foundry. Um, believe viewers can't see my map list, which is probably fine. Are they going to even suggest a map for this? Likely not. Okay, Rough Riders and Carnitars is another group. I feel like my players have fought enough generic Zolgaths. Murph is a system we use for expediting fights that just aren't that mechanically interesting. They like beating up Zolgaths, but that will happen. That will be the majority of this chapter, and so um I'm pondering using I bought Snowy Stars bought a subscription to Snowy Stars maps or Snowy's maps, probably Googleable under either name. I can't actually have them on the Forge because there is too much data. But I can look at them on Foundry. Castles, not quite. Adventurers Guild, not quite. Fallen City, not unless things go really wrong. Dock Warehouse, ground floor, maybe. Like, that might be someplace that a fight might happen. Um, it's a properly big map. I'll give it that. There are some walls, as in not none. Yeah, something could happen on a map like this. Not this one in specific. Despite having them imported into Foundry, it may still be easier to view them on just as a folder of files. Adventurers Guild. What bug are you? Big weird green bug. Look at Adventurers Guild. You can't see what I'm looking at. Ha ha. I should probably cut that out. Let me see if I can capture Foundry as a game source. Display cap. Oh, I see. Window capture. Living dangerously today. I'm using how? Using how many window captures? Like 5 now? Kids, this is not a good idea. Don't do this. Um, for now, just move that down. A few other things. What are you? You don't seem to want to bite me. The little buggins? I don't know. You're annoying me. Go away. Got small buggins here. I don't hate a small buggins, but he's making me feel funny. Maybe I'll shrink this one a little bit so that potential viewers can actually see what I'm doing, as that is one of the notions behind Twitch. No, not that. Okay, taking a look at some possible maps for that encounter. I was looking at the Adventurers Guild because it would have been a great map for a past chapter, possibly. For a future chapter, because in fact, I'm running a second group through the whole thing. Hmm. Fortune's Hall is supposed to have a theater, but this otherwise is a lovely map that would be very appropriate for Fortune's Hall. Um, some bits of it might be moved, as there's supposed to be a pond out front. Oh, there's a theater out here. I'm not sure I'd be able to explain the differences. Also, that's probably more of a, what is that? Storage? A dorm? Waterworks? It's a cool map. Give it that. Map is by, again, Snowy or Snowy Star. Just got a subscription. Gonna look at, they've done some cool revamped maps of Pathfinder Adventures. Castle, river encounters, mountain pack. Okay, what do I want out of this map? This is a random skirmish with some kind of attack force. Misk City. Like a city wall. Fortified inn. Fast food restaurant. Dark forests, coasts, city gatehouse. City gatehouse. City gatehouse is one that has that sort of moat thing, and it doesn't make sense that a bunch of dinos would try to march across that. Beaches could be interesting. Beaches could be useful. 25, 25. I want large. Sundered Waves is large, but it's also a cave. I don't think I'm sending them into Sundered Waves at level 14. Blossom Beach. No, they're all blighted. Jungle Beach. No. Churches and graveyards. Church graveyard 25 by 25. Evil Church. Coasts. Maybe coasts. 40 by 25 is decent. Cliffside coast sounds right up my alley. Bandit Beach is a little bit svelte. Nisk City. What's bigger? City Center. Uh, if it comes to City Center, things have gone wrong. At the same time, I mean, that's, significant. Okay, let's have a look at Cliffside Coast Night. Do that. How about but there's some random walls in here, and it's a larger. It's a cliffside coast. Um, yeah, that's uh make sure those are year 2. As I'm looking at these locally, I'm gonna have to do backflips to get them into Foundry, but that's all right with me. Misk Forest. Okay, Misk Forest. If there's a big one, Lake Islands, Lake with Islands. They're just forest. Ice Cave, Island Encounters, Large Forest Island. Forest Island sounds promising. A large forest island could be a location in the marshes. Yeah, this could be a location in the marshes. That would be kind of that's kind of perfect, and it's huge. Um, year. I think I looked at year 3. Go back to year 1. Forest. Look for yeah, Fay Road, Camp, Bridge, Ambush, Alive Forest. Let's look at Alive Forest and Fay Road and no camp. Curious about how large these are. Yeah, fairly large. I can probably figure that out if I just do 5 seconds of arithmetic over here. 3,500 over 140. Nope, can't do it in my head. Oh, can't do it in my head. I can do it in Foundry. Hang on. 25. 25 by 25. Not very big. Uh, and Fay Road is about the same map. Yeah, those are all basically the same map. Mini Keep, Orphanage Swamp. Means the word swamp is right there. Let's have a look. Ooh, this one's bigger. 4,900. 35 by more than 35. 35 by 38 isn't bad. That's significantly bigger than most Pathfinder. maps, most piezo maps. Um, and it's some random buildings in a swamp, which doesn't really help me unless they are doing some kind of last minute go find them before the rest of the chapter, which I don't have any plans for. And besides, no one really lives in the swamp. An orphanage in the swamp is funny. I'm just not looking for extra scenes. I'm looking for less, if anything. I'm looking for less and longer, less and more interesting. Uh, Ravine Camp and Guard Tower, depending on what they look like. You put Ravine Camp. You import Ravine Camp, Camp Day. Look related. Oh, this is like a cool. It's interesting. I know I'm not sure I've set up Willowside to have a location of this description. Those are really nice maps though. Druid encounters, Druid circle, bigger, 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 bigger. 25 by 25. All right. Medieval village. Medieval village day. This guy really likes these cute bodies of water in his villages and stuff. No objections. It's just not what I need right now. It's kind of in the middle of a village. See that, if I had been paying attention, would have made a cool Fortune's Hall. It's a little bit different. Okay. It's cool. I don't need it right now. Tree stump library. Cool. Scara Bray. Don't know what that is. That's a cool map. How big is it? It's pretty big. Wow, that's good size. Oh yeah, that's huge. That's cool. The fact that the compartments there are like pre-populated with all camp stuff is unfortunate for me in particular. Roman Insula Zelda pack. Speaking for wisdom. Link stuff. Lover's Pond. Yuan-Ti Temple. Roman Insula. Okay, I've spent enough time staring at weird maps. I gotta move on. Um, I didn't really find what I which needed or wanted, which would be some kind of just generic forest map. I don't know. Let me check what I've got on my other Foundry. Dear OBS. Let me see if any of the random free map packs I have. See, Moonlight Maps has some maps. Caravan Camp, Cave Entrance, Cliff Pass, Forest Glade, Forest Road. Like, what's the setting where they're fighting these guys? Somewhere outside the city? Like, just outside the walls? That's the trouble. This city is going to have some kind of, like, line of fences around it, but it's not. Uh, Graveyard. Graveyard might be worth looking at. In fact, I probably have looked at it and used it. Like, I'm deep enough into this that I should possibly just be learning a decent dungeon. Uh, just be learning a decent map making tool. I don't care if the trees look a little bit generic, a little bit more generic than Snowies or Moonlights. Hunter's Ravine I've used a bunch of times. Forest Crossroads, Forest Road. That's the trouble. The turf I need is a wall, is outside a wall around a village. I don't have that. And so I'm probably just going to have to make up plot bullshit. Having them flee towards the cliffside coast could be interesting. Okay, gotta move on. Do 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 do. Rapid response. Ignore that one. Murph that one. And while I'm doing Foundry stuff, make sure I've actually got these enemies. Okay, we have Gut Ragers. Yeah, got art for thems. So might as well. I can start setting it up over here. Elite Gut Rager, Elite Gut Rager, and then 2 Tyrannosaurs. Yeah, yeah. 1, 2, featuring Zolgath Rough Riders. 1, 2. Okay, what do these guys do? Um, they're commanding the Tyrannosaurs, so I shouldn't be afraid to scale this one up a little bit. My players like Tyrannosaurs. Um, um, hmm, Feral Directive. They have mounted superiority, which is the thing where they do extra damage on the animal. That's fine. Command, instead of demand, the Mount and the Zolgath each retain 3 actions on their turns, but the Mount doesn't change its general tactics until the Zolgath uses Feral Directive. Okay. The Tyrannosaur basically becomes independent, even if mounted. It's probably a reasonable thing for them to do. The Tyrannosaurs, um, pin, prey, swallow whole, trample? Fling. What's fling? Flings creatures away. Created with its foot. Um, there's like about 3 things they would try to do. Gut Ragers, explode on death, corrosive kiss. Uh, wow, that's weird. Oh, they got an aura. Dang it. Okay, too many auras. Like, they're already feet smelling, and now these things do some other thing. Well, these ones aren't feet smelling, I guess. Uh, it was within a stench aura, fog appears around them. Okay. Okay. Uh, that's strange. Okay, skipping the response force because I don't care. Got, like, hotspots. The road blockade. Okay, they actually gave me a microscopic map for this. Okay, let's see if the redone maps have a decent map for this. East Road blockade is tiny, but pre-populated. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, it's like 24, 24 by 4 by 16 or something. Big, my dudes. This is not how high-level Pathfinder combat works. Oh, thank you. Thank you, my dudes. My best dudes. Book 4 by Robster. Yeah, third-party map, in this case by Robster, provided for this specific purpose, is what by what? Um, 67 by 45. Yeah, huge. Wow, that is useful. Oh, that is great. I got a remark on it. Maybe just give send a Christmas card to Robster. That's incredible. Okay, we're fixing that. We're fixing that right now. East Road blockade. Oh, I gotta learn this keyboard. Until all the Zolgasa blockade are defeated. Fallen oh, this is this is east to Fortune's Hall, so they've gone here. They're breaking the road. So it's already been a plot point that the forces east of the town don't know what they're doing there. I think it's fairly stupid. Um you're destroying the road while they're at it. Brontosauruses, what do brontosauruses do? I've probably seen them before. Oh, they have big reach. Big, big, big reach. Big reach, trample, improved knockdown. What is improved knockdown? Successful strike. Okay. Either of those guys can command the Brontos. Well, the one of them's directing it, and another one is going to be doing other things that can probably benefit. Um, so what's the plan here? They won't even have 3 actions to trample unless they oh, these are Rough Riders. They can do that. They can just direct the Brontosaurus to trample, and then the Brontosauruses can freely do things. Oh, what's the threat of this? Severe. Okay, this one's good enough. Okay, so the Rough Riders are going to probably just send these guys out. Like, they're gonna set them free. Feral Directive, yeah. Halberd, Javelin, probably Halberd. I'd say mostly Halberd makes sense. Um, Brontosauruses are probably gonna trample and then tail sweep to knock things down. And there's gonna be a lot of those, and that's gonna be a long, annoying combat. I gotta move fast and keep windows open, because that one's gonna be really long. Verdant Passage blockade, also severe. Spiked traps, Rough Riders, and Sauropeltas. Okay. Um, yeah, Verdant Passage blockade. Do we have the same thing here? Is this tiny? This is tiny? And so what's more? What is this trap? Spiked barricade trap. A creature enters the area adjacent to a barrier. That's not how a trap works. Pop out of the like the how? What causes it? I don't. This one. I mean it. It is mostly fine, but among its problems are there was just some lack of attention detail through here. Who venture too close. What do you mean? What do you mean people who venture too close? I'm gonna say maybe these can be triggered by the Zolgaths. Like they have cords running to the Zolgaths and maybe can be triggered that way. Rough Riders and Sorapeltos. Do. Um, okay. So there's, like, those aren't really on this map. They aren't indicated. And so, we're gonna kind of, we're just gonna, like, we're just gonna, like, we're just gonna, like, do that ourselves. Those aren't very pretty, but they'll do for sort of vaguely trappity trap. What are Sorapeltos? Buck. Buck Unwanted Riders. Dogged Persistence. Sorapeltas are like feisty boys. Punishing Tail. Trample. Push. And the Rough Riders, as usual, will probably just give a feral directive. And then stab things with halberds. Could be exceptions. These are ranged. Here, road. Supposed to have random murderer. I don't anything. I don't know. That makes me feel nothing. I'm skipping it. Uh, I really thought Cleopots were Zolgats. Why? Why? I can still. I have so sorry. I can't talk. I can't think. I really thought Zoarians were Cleopots, and it's driving me to distraction. But I'll figure something out. I just it's gonna take me a while to recover mentally because I'm a silly boy. Low. Gonna fight sea monsters, and it's not a kraken. Uh, yeah, okay, opinion. I don't like to do too often this thing where the players arrive and conveniently they are arriving at the exact second when something is under attack. You do that from time to time. You don't do it a lot. Maybe I mean, if this is the only one this chapter, then sure, but there might yeah, like okay, we might need to like hint to players that the geode's center is expected to arrive on the first or like second day. Maybe day 2, or day 1, like day 1 evening. Javi Nalami, a passenger, cool. Maybe I do like gnomes, and this chapter sure is the chapter for gnomes already. Um, 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 um. Okay, they're fighting these sea serpents at sea, which might be the reason why they decided not to make this a very hard encounter. There haven't been a lot of hires recently. I think they choose to hire someone. I don't know. Okay, Javi then does have. Okay, she's potentially in the circus, but not in the circus yet. Does she have a token? No. Make her one. Uh, help Javi, and she's something or other. Mommy. This is mainly for the sake of just having her character art established. Is going to be page 48. Backwards. Inside cover. Which inside cover? That's just Leanie again. My dudes. Like, you can't just draw Leany and declare that it's someone else. I mean, obviously you can. It did work. It has worked. No, no, no. Okay, stop that. I am gonna get shit from my players. They are gonna tell me that's just Leany. So why is this being so slow? Is that image a million of resolution? I can add that circus trick if it comes down to it. Did they not? Come on, guys, you can't just tell me to, like, go to the ocean, make a map, just do it, it's your problem. Like, I mean, they have, but I prefer they didn't. They given me anything? They haven't given me anything. Uh, okay. The geode center is pretty big. I can use kind of some kind of ship map. It's on my to-do list. That's on my to-do list. Dinosaur corrals. Yeah. So there's gonna be hundreds of feet across, holds a breathtaking variety of dinosaurs, interior fences, blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. You have fencing that can hold Tyrannosauruses back from the other dinosaurs. That's cool. What is their technology? They burst their join in the attack to death in their haste. Okay. So, okay. That's interesting. Um, uh, no treasure. Oh, what maps are we provided with? Corrals. Orals. Nope, that's actors. That's the actors tab. Corrals. Did you give me something more interesting? You did! My third party bros! Oh, it's so cool. It's so good. Alright, go look at this. Grab these. Just gonna grab everything here. I don't know if this whole combat will play out, but sure be a lot easier. I wish they left some turf around the outside, like. But that's just me. I'm fussy. I can present this on the map. Okay, and we'll have Kepip. And out there, we'll make him. We'll have Kepip and Bongo. What is Z Heaven? NPC. Art exists. Where's my art? Here's my art. My cat's making funny sounds. Just by clawing his claw thing. This is reasonable. It continues to be the case that my players were very know what's up when someone shows up who is just like a fancy dressed kobold sitting on a dinosaur playing the drums. Like, oh, that's all right. It's not supposed to be cryptic. Okay. All right. Oop. Ah. Ah. All right. This quick token. All right. No, no, no. Yeah, that and this. And move this down. Apply. That's good enough. And so Kepip will be around here. What's his story? On like page 49. Do. Kepip and a stegosaurus named Bongo. I always lose these, and then I don't have them. This is Bongo. Not the lead singer of U2. Not as identified by anyone. Just Bongo. Where'd he go? Oh, still in that folder. Bongo, you gotta go out of that folder. Gotta leave. Come on. Please? Well, there we go. There has got to be a better way to do all of this. Anyway. Definitely a bunch of this stuff could be sorted into this extras folder. Casino guest. Casino staff. Carg. Jazz mail and jazz mail. Henley Casterog. Is he in this chapter? Come on. Ah! Oh, I have a mouse. This is way easier than I'm making it. Come on, Carg. Go into the folder. Good boy. It'd be easier to figure out where some of these other guys go. Yeah, extras book 3 would be the place. Or like a large number of these guys. Clay effigy. What is that? I'm gonna call that book 3. Bingo Dre. Commissioner Ekener is definitely book 3. Diane. Remember which book she's in. Bingo Dre is definitely. Oh, he's not book 3 at all. He's circus. Why aren't you in the circus? I don't even remember if they hired Dingo. Oh well. Eseneth and Esobok are in book 3, not originally, but as I run it. I think Hanley Casterog was book 3. Not getting anywhere on this? Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's getting much easier. Why does it keep teleporting me? That's so bad. That's so bad as UI design. McCarty is this book. Why do I have 2 of them? I don't know. Rattle and Roller book 4. Miri is book 3. This is what I get for not organizing things sooner. It infects my content. Yoon isn't book anything. Yoon is a pregen that I can just delete. How long have I been at this? An hour and a half-ish. That is probably enough of that. I can fudge a map for that other one if I have to. Field enclosure, field enclosure. Okay. I sort of know what's going on in the corrals. I should try to get through the rest of this. Ooh, a swarm. Gug huts and the main encampment with the siege tower. Okay. Yeah, this chapter is long. Yeah, I haven't even looked up tokens for the sea serpents because I don't have a map to put them on. It'll just be it will just be a blue map. I have access certainly to plenty of the Pathfinder Society ship maps. I don't know if any of them are the right ones. There's that very broken ship, but that's not quite what's going on with the ship as stated. Field enclosure. Large swampy paddock. I could use that island map for a little bit of variety. Silverex. What's a Silverex? Okay. The field enclosure is the oh, weirdos! Celebration! Silverex. Oh, they give me a page number for that. 84. The result of strange evolution, Finn resembles a dragon, a living embodiment of the Lord of Snapping Jaws. So they're like weird, weird Zolgaths. Okay, that I haven't introduced the Gluttondark very much, or Zeb at all. Beyond that, he's the demon lord. Yeah, might be time. Uh, Attack of opportunity. Bet. What else do they do? Disgorge bile, feasting tentacles. Ooh, this is like auto. That's a drained one. Increasing drained. But it doesn't heal twice. Tail, claw. They are very reachy. Teleport, dimension door, darkness. And also, they're just really weird looking. Um, no, no, no. What is my browser doing? Oh, I see. No, don't see. Accidentally activate a bunch of stuff. No. Never should. Yeah, so, back at like page 50 here. Akashungi Swarm. Amphibious Aberration Swarm. Cool. Uh, yeah, Swarm will be cool. Giant Akashungis will be cool. Okay, Severe. And it's a little bit of a weird one, and I'm not expecting to need to... The Swarm... Yeah. Swarm does swarm things. What's an Akashungi? Giant Akashungi, page 77. Up that. Opening random windows. Do. Giant Akashungi. Huge aberration amphibious. Unflippable. Oh, flippable. When a creature critically succeeds at a melee attack to strike at a giant Akashungi, it can forego the bonus damage. Right itself by using the roll up and then using an action to unroll. Acidic effluence, what's this? Burst. Do. Cool down. And it's got like some reach stuff. Improved grab is good. Oh, I could try to eat people. Okay. I'm just gonna mostly Jaws to improved. Grab to eat. Bowl. Okay. Noted. Okay. Where was it? Page 50. Page 50. Gug huts. 50 right. Alright. Oh, I gotta do map stuff for that one. Okay, I'm gonna do the map for this, and then that's it for the night. Field enclosure. Not an actor. Not a milkman. Oh, have I been done good again? Have my guys done me good again? Why can't I find it? Where did it go? Spelling it wrong? Did I delete it somehow? Fiend enclosure. I see. Because I spelled it wrong the first time. I spelled it right the first time accidentally. It's cool. Why are they not in the enclosure for them? I don't always understand what you guys are doing. Okay, plot-wise, what's in the enclosure? Um, right, that's the swarm. Those are the giants. But where are they? Wriggling creepers around the explosion and open the gates. Okay. These are starting in the paddock, but they can burrow out, so it's not really a big deal for them. Okay, we leave off at Gug Huts. We leave off at Gug Huts because I sure am done for the night. That's almost 2 hours. Thank you, Auto Moderator. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. One of these days, I'm gonna actually, express some opinions and do something interesting about Pathfinder instead of just doing long streams where I read PDFs. Good night, folks. Season's greetings. Hello, and I must be going.